Welcome back to this special series of how to get clients with confidence. So we are now in part 2. And if you haven't yet listened to the previous episode, go ahead and go back to episode number 24, all about getting clarity to help you get more clients. And today we're going to dive into the second piece of this framework, which is all about the confidence. And that is a juicy topic to dive into. If I was in the room with you right now, I'd probably say, hands up if you've ever felt frozen or stalled because you didn't feel confident enough to take action. I see you raising your hand in your car right now because we have all been there, and it's something to constantly work on, especially as a business owner. Now, confidence is a huge area of study. There's tons of books and podcasts and resources out there. You can go down some pretty deep Alice in the Wonderland style rabbit holes here. And I'm not going to attempt to bring all of the research together on that. But what I want to do in this episode is just focus on confidence as it relates to your brand, because when you feel confident about your brand, you will take action. And that is what creates magnetic attraction that results in you getting amazing clients who are excited to work with you. So if you are here for that, then stay tuned in, get your notebook ready, and be ready to stay open-minded to this, because I'm going to share with you 3 important perspective shifts about confidence that are going to get you excited to put yourself out there, out of your comfort zone. So let's dive in. The first thing I want to share is a definition of confidence that when I heard this, my mind was opened in a whole new way. And this is attributed to Brendon Burchard. He is a motivational speaker, and he's studied high performance and written tons of books on these topics. And when he defines confidence, he says, confidence is your belief in your ability to figure things out. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, it's not about what I know. It's not about how smart I am. It's not even about how smart I think I am or how good I think I am at what I do. It is simply that I believe that I can figure it out, which is so freeing to me to think about it that way. Is that as I start down this path, and this is for you, entrepreneurship, we don't necessarily know what's going to come at us, right? It's a journey. We've been talking about this on the podcast from day one, that you're going to experience challenges and ups and downs in the roller coaster ride on a daily basis. And when you lean in to this definition of confidence is your belief in your ability to figure things out, all of a sudden, it's a little easier to be confident, because all you have to do is believe that you're going to figure out and problem solve when the problem comes. So in thinking about when you're working with your clients and being confident about, sometimes I feel like the area of lack of confidence is around getting results for your clients, right? So if you're worried about being able to promise a certain result, if you're a fitness trainer, like, how do I actually talk about a result like losing 10 pounds or having more energy or whatever you actually position yourself as, or you're a coach and you're helping them to transform a certain area of their life. These are big things that you're helping them to do. If you believe that you're just going to show up and do your best and help them and serve them in whatever way it shows that they need it, then that's all it takes. So when you believe in your ability to figure things out, you're going to be way more confident in how you can actually show up and serve your clients as well. So when this comes to applying confidence to your marketing and showing up, I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in my third point. So I'll just put a pin in that for a second. So the second shift that I want to share with you about confidence is all about imposter syndrome. So this is a common phrase in entrepreneurship, is that I have imposter syndrome. I feel like I don't have what it takes to do the thing that I do or to be a marketer, right? I don't know if I'm good enough at being a fitness trainer or being a coach or being whatever it is that you are. And I don't know if I'm good enough to be a marketer when that's not my background. Well, one time I read in a book, and I can't remember where, so sorry for not having a source, but just know that this is not an original thought. Imposter syndrome is a requirement. If you don't feel like an imposter, you're not trying something new. And if you're not doing something new, you're not growing. So if you're here for the journey of growth and development, you're always going to have imposter syndrome. So let's welcome it and actually think it, because that means that we're doing something that's worth working towards. And that's an amazing thing. So imposter syndrome will always be present, but instead of looking at that as something negative, let's embrace it. Let's embrace the imposter syndrome. Let's be imposters together. Like, I started this podcast not knowing how to do podcasts, and here I am, and here you are listening. So thank you. Thank you for allowing me to feel like an imposter as a podcaster and to come into your earbuds and alongside you on your walk to school or on your drive to your kids' many, many activities that you're taking them to. And thank you. How can you embrace imposter syndrome and thank it for being there? That's my challenge to you. So the third and final piece that I want to talk about with respect to confidence here is that it's a muscle. It's something you need to always be working on, right? Just like going to the gym, you have to continue to do the sit-ups every day. You're not going to have the six-pack abs. You're not going to stay in shape forever if you don't continue to show up and exercise and work on your muscles, right? So with respect to confidence, one really great opportunity for you, and I've talked about this lots, is that your content is a great way for you to improve your confidence and build your confidence muscle. So content is something that we all have to do, really. Like, it is one opportunity, one way for us to get visibility, to be creating content, whether that's written content, if you like blogging, you like writing articles or books or emails, that's content. If you like speaking, maybe you do a podcast, maybe you do videos, maybe you create reels, social media, all of that is content, right? I think in my head, I'm now hearing everything is content, everything is content. Well, it's true. And that is a place where you can practice showing up with confidence. Now, I've told this story dozens and dozens of times. So if you've heard it before, here it is again. I once challenged myself, and actually, because I learned the definition of confidence is your belief in your ability to figure things out, I challenged myself to do live videos every single week. And so I would show up on Facebook. I would spend some time and write some notes and create a topic that was related to branding or marketing or entrepreneurship. And I did a live video, and I did it every single week for over 2 years. So I made more than 100 live videos. And again, I didn't do this because I thought, oh, one day I'm finally going to go viral and everybody's going to know about me. Although I was like, I'm creating a really great bank of content. So someday when somebody finds me, they can come and binge all of my content. And I hope that's what you're doing now. If you just discovered me on the podcast, please do go back and binge the last few episodes. Like, that's what they're here for. We're creating this content to, provide resources for you. But from the perspective of the content creator and how this confidence is a muscle that you need to keep working on, this is where confidence and competence are really built simultaneously. So when you feel more competent, you feel more confident. And when you practice confidence, you get more competent. It's a loop. So they're really connected to each other. And this is where it really extends in to your ability to get clients. So the 100 live videos for me never resulted in thousands of new followers on social media. What it did result in was me showing up, which reminded me what I was there working for, which gave me some purpose. It gave me something to do every week. And then when I would go to a networking event or I would have a discovery call with a potential client, I felt more competent. I was better at talking about what I do. And that is essential. When you can talk about what you do, when you can like show that you know your stuff, that's really important in building your brand, because building your brand is your reputation. It's the know, like, and trust factor. And we've heard that millions of times, that in order for somebody to buy from you or want to work with you, they need to know, like, and trust you. And those things are built through the way that you show up, the way that you talk about what you do, the way that you showcase your genius in your area of expertise. All of those pieces come together, and content is one area where you can really showcase that and really practice and refine that process. So the power of being confident about your brand and how that truly translates into you getting more clients is that when you're confident, you are more visible. So right away, it's like a result. I'm feeling confident, so I'm going to show up. I'm going to make this podcast right now. I'm going to go live on my Instagram right now. I'm going to use that energy and I'm going to turn it into something that has the potential to create a connection with a potential client. Because, if you don't take action, if you stay behind the scenes, and I've talked about this in tons of episodes, the importance of that external facing action and having the confidence to do those, and the power of when you involve somebody else and you're putting yourself out there, you're going to get yourself ahead faster. So being confident about your brand, you're going to stand out online because your energy is attractive. It is what makes you magnetic. It allows people to be drawn to you, and you get people excited about the transformation that you can provide for them. They trust you as their guide. And your personality too, it gets to shine through from relationships with your content. People build relationships with your content and the way that you show up as a person. So they can feel your energy. They can see where you're excited. They can see how they can fit into that. Like maybe your whole vibe is a lot more chill, and some people are super drawn to that. And some people are super drawn to like high energy, and all of it kind of comes together, especially in your content and the way that you're showing up. So I actually identified a bit of a momentum model, and it all comes back to having clarity about your brand. So the clarity and the confidence that we've just talked about in these last two episodes, the momentum model is to first feel connected. You're connected to it. You see your vision. You know why you want to do it. You feel confident in what you stand for and how you can show up. And then you're going to do the thing. You're going to take action. You're going to make the video. You're going to create the podcast. You're going to reach out for the speaking opportunity. You're going to ask for the sale. You're going to do that thing. And that is where you get results. Now, those results may be that you did 100 live videos and you got 6 comments. So maybe look at something else. Look at a different platform. Look at a different opportunity. That's what I did. Here we are having a podcast now, which actually evolved from doing a series of workshops and then interviews and summits. And I did all of those kinds of things to land on this. But ultimately, results isn't just about like bringing in more money and getting all the clients. It's about learning from a response. So there's either like a yes or a no, and you can learn from both of those things. So looking at that holistically is also really important. Okay, I don't know about you, but I am feeling even more confident after recording this episode. So remember, this is part of a 3-episode series all about getting clients with confidence. And if you haven't listened to the first part, go back and have a listen. I'll link it in the show notes so that you can do that easily. And next week, we are going to come back for the final episode in this series where we're going to talk about your messaging and tying it all together so that you actually have the words and the plan to make your brand shine. So I will see you back here next week. I can't wait. And I also want to remind you that if this is landing for you, if you're like, oh, yes, I need that clarity. Yes, I need that confidence. What are the steps? What are the pieces on how to create my message? I would love to invite you to go and join the waitlist for Brand Message Mastery Live. So this is a program, it's my signature program, but I am rolling it back out with live support. So depending on when you're listening to this, the doors may or may not be open yet. But if you're interested in finding a solution to make your brand stand out online, while also feeling confident and excited about showing up authentically, not feeling salesy, then this is the program for you. So you can head to ksco.ca/BMM and join the waitlist so that you will be the first to know when the program doors open and get a little bonus from me just from being on that waitlist. Okay, I'm so excited. I will see you back here next week. Bye for now.